Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome to the Smite commentary. Today we are going to take a look at Isis in Arena. Isis is probably my favorite mage in the game currently, of course. I really like her a lot. She has a lot of damage, but she has also got a lot of utility with her stun, with her silence, with her ultimate. Very powerful. Really a mage I really like a lot and always have liked, to be honest. Even when she wasn't as popular, especially in Conquest, I already played her because she was quite powerful back then, and she's still quite powerful. Still, just an enjoyable mage. So let's just go and see what we can do. I kind of screwed this one up. Should have pulled it towards the middle so we can combine all our abilities to deal the maximum amount of damage to the buffs as fast as possible. That way you can clear them out quick enough so your entire team is there for the wave as well. Let's take a look at what we are against. They have an Kali, and Skadi, Amaterasu, Chang'e and Habois. Chang'e and Habois aren't too much of an issue for me because I can silence them. If I'm just not too close to them, it should not be any issue. The others are probably quite difficult to get rid of. I don't have any escape abilities other than my silence and my stun to peel for myself. Especially against the Kali, that can be difficult to deal with. Good amount of damage on the Habois, but won't be enough. I do need to be a bit careful. I don't have an awful lot of health and their ultimates are up, so I'll just head back to the base. Need some additional health. 200 health, definitely not something you want to have. You definitely need a bit more if you're fighting against a few guards that can easily dive you. Kali, hard to get rid of. Amaterasu, very hard to get rid of, especially once she gets force-bound. But she is maybe... Yes, she is going to die for the first blood. She got stunned out as dash was used. She used the ultimate in an attempt to get away, but Wingus picked up the kill. So, let's go for the Habois. Maybe we can deal some damage. He's too quick. But still, always try to look for those spirit balls. They're more effective from a longer range, but also a lot harder to hit. But if you hit a long range spirit ball, especially late game, it can definitely hit up to, I think, 800 damage, which is kind of nuts. It does so much damage. All the damages. I will save you! Or die trying. Ah, crap, I missed my stun. Ooh, he actually survived. Oh, Habois, you got juked! You got juked! Nice. They were way too greedy, and our Phoenix almost in our base. But Kali not able to pick up the Karen, and I just barely avoid the Habois ultimate with the additional movement speed from my Wing Gust. Very powerful indeed. And him having no mana can't really do anything to me at all. So he was picked up as well. Great start off. Was able to pick up first blood, and with a good bait from my Karen, definitely able to bait out a few of them in our Phoenix. Without great success. But they do have a late game team. Chang'e, very powerful late game. As well as Kali. Kali is very powerful, and Habois as well. Habois' damage is insane when you reach the late game. You can hit up to 700 with all of his abilities, so that's not something you really want. Oh, that's rough. Barely missing the Kali, and I pay for it. That was Skadi's ultimate, but still not worth it. Probably should have just retreated. I didn't have an awful lot of health. But the water sprout with the Skadi kinda screwed me over. But that's alright. It's arena. Especially in the early game, it's just a bit getting a feeling for the enemy. Get a good amount of farm. Getting some more items online. Especially as Isis. If you don't get a good amount of items online, you won't do as much in the later stages of the game. I will go for a Book of Thought. It's probably my favorite item on Isis, just because it provides so much power. It is a kind of risky risky build because you don't have an additional health or defenses. So you really need to be careful with what you're doing. Positioning yourself careful is key in that scenario, because you can be killed quite fast, as you probably noticed when I died. You are quite squishy, but that kind of makes sense for the amount of damage you're able to do. Nice blown ult, secures the kill on the Shanga. I wasn't able to get close enough, so definitely a good choice to ult her. If you can use your ult to pick up a kill, definitely worth it. You don't need to sit on your ultimate to wait a long time. Bit of point with her ultimate, and I'm able to get away behind the pillar, making sure that I don't get hit by the Amaterasu ultimate, the first hit, so it definitely wouldn't have stunned me. Also, I was able to stun out Habois, which helped out a lot, because he can deal so much damage. Not sure why they wanted to hard commit on me so much, but it's definitely not something I find annoying, because if I survive, they are at a really bad spot. And Amaterasu paid the price for it. Let's see, they are looking for Kali. Can't really go to the right side. Well, I could, but I don't have any abilities up, so there's no real point. Silence coming out. You can CC chain someone so long as a Isis. Hitting your spirit ball will stun them, and before the stun runs out, you can already cast your silence and silence them in that regard as well. Bad ultimate, should not have used that one at that point. I either should have used it immediately so it could charge up a bit, or not use it at all. We didn't have any other CC, so probably should have taken that into consideration. Interesting things, almost every single ability they have can go through the walls, and I'm talking about water cannon from Habois, Shanghai's one, my Wingas as well. A lot of abilities can go through walls. Skadi's one can go through walls as well, so there are a lot of abilities you need to look out for when you are at a wall, especially in arena. You can always see the enemy. Well, usually you can see your enemy, so I was barely dodging my spirit ball, but Calder is able to pick him up. Looks like I might... No, it doesn't look like it. Let's see if a max range spirit ball... No, it doesn't connect. No kill for me. They are able to get away with such a low HP. My team has got the Kali. They are 4-on-1. There's no way the Kali will get away from that. Especially if her ultimate is down. And no team to support her. I really find it funny to walk inside the Skadi 3 just to get a feel for the SCC, because it's a very interesting one. You can really bounce all over the place if you get hit by a wall or hit by a guard or anything. Even a minion, you can just get bounced all over the place when you are on that carpet. Quite interesting one. Going for the full cooldown reduction. I don't need the pen yet, and that's just for the fact that I went for the Book of Thought. I have a lot of damage to begin with, so... Ultimate from Lona, bit of the mark. Snap ultimate does secure a kill, but the heavily agility came out, the sprint, allowing them to dodge my spirit ball. Otherwise it might have been a kill or two maybe, but well done on that part. And I'm not sure what this Shanga is doing, but it won't help her. She had too little of health and got CC chained by me. Nice burst from the Kali, but her ultimate is down, picked up by us. It's not really worth it if you go for it that way, but if you really feel like it, I'm not the one that's going to judge you. Well, actually it can be worth it if you trade 1 for 1. If you kill the one that was fat, for instance, if they kill me and I kill someone that has died an awful lot of times in the game, then it is worth for them, just for the sheer fact that ooh, ah, no, that Habois blink, that was rough. I didn't expect a Habois blink coming out. If Habois didn't blink, I would have been able to survive that engagement. The sprint was popped, I was able to run. Huge spirit ball to the face and a lot of damage coming out. Lona ultimate comes out and I just snap my ultimate again, secure it, but instantly get erased by the combination of Kali, Shanga and Skadi. Like I said, I really need to be careful with my positioning, and standing close to a Kali is not something you want to have for your position. We do need to clear this out. It costs a lot of points once it goes through, so definitely not something you want. Throwing out a warning spirit ball, of course. Well, sometimes you can try it, but you almost always have to kind of guess where they will go. 2-man spirit ball erased by my team. Well done. Beautiful. And it's quick turnaround. No, it's not enough. Permafrost picks me up just barely at the edge. I wasn't able to get away safely. Bit unfortunate, but an awful lot of damage on their side. I didn't hear the Amaterasu ult, the start of it at least, so that was a bit difficult. Bit unfortunate, couldn't save the Skadi from our team. Let's see, can we pick up the boy? Yes, we can. My ult was not enough to... Okay, that was a really weird bounce. Like I said, I'm not really used to it yet. I haven't played too many Skadis. And when you play them, you don't always get hit by that permafrost. Nope. Oh, that's unfortunate. I tried to hit it at the long range. Didn't predict it the right way. Poseidon getting focused a huge amount. Let's see, can I stun her? No, it doesn't seem like it's necessary. She backs off already. Maybe Skadi can pick her up? No, she's way too fast. I think they have an awful lot of sprints, because I see the sprint being used a good amount of times. Once I tap, I can probably see it again if I do that. But at this point, I do feel like getting some additional... I got some pen now. I do feel like I need some additional defenses, because the gods that I can't really get off of me are the Kali, the Amaterasu, as well as the Skadi, especially Skadi's pet. Calder, definitely very difficult for me to get rid of. 1 for 1. Not something you want to have happened. Of course, you always want to try and survive, but it's better than nothing. Especially if you get picked up. Let's see if I can miss every single ability. And yes, it looks like I can miss every single ability. So bad. If I hit that stun, silence, maybe I would have been able to kill faster, but... Ooh, I preemptively used my Aegis before I got stunned, and that's guaranteed my escape there with the ultimate, healing me up enough, damaging the Kali, turnaround spear ball in the face. I sold off the shoes of the focus for shoes of the magi for the additional pan, and it's not always the best thing to do that immediately. Probably better once you do it when you're fully built. But I had enough gold and I felt like getting some additional pen and a power for it. And since the Chronos Pendant as well as the breastplate provide me the full cooldown reduction, that 10% additional cooldown reduction won't help me out. I tried to save the Chiron with a sprint, but it was not enough. And I do need to be a bit careful now, because that Kali is still lurking around, wanting my booty. Still looking for the Habois. It's fairly low. Misses the knock-up. I'm able to detonate my spirit ball in time. And the Wing God secures the kill. Get destroyed. It all came down to if he hit his Watch Sprout or not. If he did hit it, that meant my spirit ball could not be detonated in time. And if he had his ultimate up or his one, might have been enough to finish me off already. Because he has so much damage. I think. I'm not sure what his build is. I haven't looked at it that carefully. But it didn't really matter. I hit him in the face with my ball, and then I shoot some other balls at his face, and well, he did not like it so much. It's also quite annoying to deal with sometimes if you get hit by a spirit ball every single time you try to chase someone or try to go for someone. Nice play on the Habois, able to pick up 2 of my teammates. I think it was on his own, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if my ultimate can do enough to actually save her, because it's kind of a fast chase. Kali ultimate was used, not sure why. I don't think she actually had a chance to catch up to me or kill me in that regard, because I still had all my CCs up. Was able to stun up the Shanghai. Double spirit ball again. Maybe we can pick up the Shanghai. Yes, the Shanghai is down. Maybe the Amaterasu as well. Doesn't look like it. Nice juke to the side. Ooh, that's an awful lot of damage. I take as much damage as I can and I turn around. Beautiful peel from our Skadi with the ice carpet, and I'm just barely able to get away. That was way too close. I didn't have my Aegis up as well, so wasn't an awful lot I could have done different to try and save myself. I really need to be a bit more careful where the Kali is at, because if she gets the opportunity to stick on me, to stay stuck on me, to stick me up, to kill me, to finish me off, then it will definitely, well, won't work out. So, last item is going to be the Rod of Duty. Try to adjust my aim for my Spirit Ball, but one moved a bit too slow, the other was a bit too fast, so I ended up missing both. It's also something, someone sees you looking in a certain direction. If you throw the Spirit Ball with a quick flick of the wrist, throwing it out in another direction, then sometimes it can hit them. It did force out the 2 from Shanghai. It has a decent amount of cooldown. But as you can see, the Kali is still looking for me. If Kali gets a stun on me without using her leap, then I definitely am in trouble, because even if I stun her or silence her off of me, she can just leap after me, kills me. A lot of damage. Skadi ultimate picks up the kill on the enemy Skadi. That's the downside of Skadi. Skadi doesn't have any good escape abilities at all. Spirit Ball does connect, and nice Aegis from the Shanghai, beautifully timed, is able to escape into the base, but that will be down for a while now. I think it's 2 minutes cooldown, I'm not entirely sure, but definitely a long cooldown. Just barely silencing the Kali. Habwa, nice juke to the side. Sprint activated by my team, they are going to disengage. I'll try to do as much damage as I can. Habwa is out of mana, he's picked up quite instantly. And it does look like I need to use my ultimate, because the Skadi, the Scolder from Skadi, the Calder from Skadi, the pet, has this done. Beautiful Kraken, and that secures another kill. Well done by my team. We are able to pick them up quite easily, and at this point we are 93 to 18, so very far ahead. Whereas to finished, a lot of damage now in the pockets. Our Skadi really doing work in this at this stage. Let's see, I'm just looking for a Spirit Ball. And a 2-man Spirit Ball for almost 900 each. My team is able to go for it, and we are able to pick up the Skadi, it looks like. Stunning out the Amaterasu after her ult just ended when her CC immunity is gone. My team is picked up though. 3-man silence. Doesn't look like I'm able to pick up the Shanghai. Missed too many shots. Not hitting the silence. I'm not looking forward to getting slowed. Only 1 kill to go. Let's go for the Kali. And Kali is picked up. And that guarantees our victory. 12 to 4, 19 assists. I've been part of 31 of the 35 kills. So definitely a good record in this game. I did a huge amount of damage. And I was able to keep myself or my teammates safe with nice timed Spirit Balls or a nice silence. And as you can see, 40k damage, an awful lot of damage on the ISIS with this build. Kept me quite safe against the physicals as well. So definitely a build I liked a lot in this game. Good amount of power, full cooldown reduction, good amount of pen. Definitely did work. Aegis, because it's definitely necessary. They were relying on burst a lot. And the sprint just to get away safely. Looks like we had a lot of sprints, but they did as well. So kind of worked out for us in the long run a lot better. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.